Okay, remember that they are changing my voice. So in John chapter 12, it says that the poor will always be with you. Later on, I believe this is chapter 12, might be chapter 13. It says in verse 24. Okay, let's go to verse 20 actually. Jesus predicts his death. Now there were some Greeks among those who went up to worship the festival, right? Some Greeks. They came to Philip, who was from Bethsaida in Galilee, with a request. Sir, they said, we would like to see Jesus. Philip went to tell Andrew. Andrew and Philip in turn told Jesus. Jesus replied, the hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. To be glorified how? Was he going to conquer a city? No. Was he going to massacre a bunch of troops? No. He's going to come with a bunch of gang stalkers and screen out the most righteous person there? No. He was the most righteous person there. So how is he going to be glorified? He was going to die for God. That's what goes on in the story, right? He dies for God. Very truly I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds, right? Until it's run its course, right? Until the water runs dry, as they say. And so the land, is barren and turns into desert until the world is destroyed or what have you. Anyone who loves their life will lose it, while anyone who hates their life in this world will keep it for eternal life. Whoever serves me must follow me, and where I am, my servant also will be. My Father will honor the one who serves me. Now my soul is troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour? No, it was for this very reason I came to this hour. Father, glorify your name. So I say to you, yes, these people do very immature things trying to keep me from doing a good job with these videos. They edit my videos to try to make my voice seem harsh or gay or weird. They fume and poison me to make it harder for me to sound good in person. They sink to very low and evil and despicable levels. Should the righteous person be afraid of death? No. The death of the righteous person, no matter what it is, glorifies God. The life of a righteous person glorifies God. The actions of the righteous glorify God. From the mouth of the righteous comes the fruit of wisdom. My faith in God in reality, not through the church or anyone else. I'm the top martial artist, I'm the gate, the point that righteousness comes into the earth. It glorifies God. Just like my death will glorify God as I'm screened out by the government because they're greedy and corrupt, and I'm righteous and true. I'm faithful and true to God, and they are Judases, Caiaphases, and Herods. They are betrayers. They are sinners. There are people who have persecuted me my entire life, even when I was a little kid. And they stepped it up severely around 2011 or so. Okay? And did they ever compensate me? No. When I wrote to the Justice Department, did I get justice? No. When I wrote to the various law enforcement agencies, did I get justice? No. Years and years went by. Were they waiting until I'm in a coma or something from all the fumes and poisons? What are they waiting for? If Jesus doesn't take priority when it comes to justice in America, then there is no justice in America, and to hell with America. Should I say, hey, maybe I should ask God to magically save me? Right? God can save, right? If He wanted to. But I say it that way so they don't take me out of context. No. I accept the path that God put before me. They're screening me out because I'm loyal to God, because I love God, and they hate God and they hate me, so they ordered people to target me. There's no excuse for that. They're pure evil. And so it is that God glorifies His name by giving me the top martial artist victory in reality ever possible. It wouldn't matter if I'm the only one that knows, and many, many people know. But if I was the only person that knows. In reality, God has triumphed over the wicked. If the world didn't know that David defeated Goliath, would it be meaningless? And so it is my top martial arts challenge. I have trampled the spirit of adversity. And if America continues down this course, they will have proven definitively that among the trampled is the spirit of the United States of America. That's something that they did. They didn't have to persecute me without cause. I'm not a threat to the government. Just like it said, in the Bible where they come to arrest Jesus, said, am I leading a rebellion? That they are treating me this way? Am I trying to overthrow the government? that they're targeting me this way? So if they're targeting me just out of the sheer evil of their nation's spirit, what do you think is justice? What do you think is righteousness in regards to the justice that must come forth? The world must be trampled for eternity, with a special emphasis on Israel and America and Europe for leading the charge against me without cause. There's no other way to look at it. They can change my voice to make it sound corny, but it doesn't change the bottom line. Okay, they persecuted me because I'm doing what is morally precise. That is pure evil. That is pure evil. Out of envy and greed, they target me. Out of jealousy and pettiness, there's no excuse for that kind of wickedness, that kind of iniquity. Wickedness overthrows the sinner, and the United States of America's refusal to stop persecuting me without cause has overthrown them once and for all. There's no way back. And that goes for every nation on the planet. So I tell you, stop reproducing, because the world is hopelessly evil now. Now some of you might say, hey, he shouldn't say this. It's the truth. The way is the truth and the life. If you think that I'm wrong, then present your case. The Lord commands you to present your case if you think that I'm wrong. But if I'm right, and I surely am right, should they not scramble to do what's right? Will they not overkill that I'm right when they refuse to scramble to do me justice, but instead finish what they started? Like a brood of vipers? Like rapacious wolves with no heart? These are the facts of the matter. When Isaiah chastised Israel, was he wrong? When Jeremiah and Hosea and Habakkuk and Joel, were they wrong? Was Micah wrong? Was Obadiah wrong? Was Moses wrong? No. And neither am I wrong to chastise anyone who's doing the wrong thing. So we see that later on in the chapter it says, Lord, who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? For this reason they could not believe, because as Isaiah says elsewhere, he has blinded their hearts and hardened their hearts. He has blinded their eyes and hardened their hearts, so that they can neither see with their eyes, nor understand with their hearts, nor turn, and I would heal them. So because they chose to walk a wicked path, they don't truly see what they should do. Their heart doesn't truly guide them in the right direction. And so as their hearts are hardened, as they refuse to do what is morally precise, as they continue to screen me out when I call out to the people to rally to the top martial artists and to serve God, what then happens? What then happens, ma'am? They go down to the realm of the dead. All the nations that forget God. That's what it says in Psalm 9. The wicked go down to the realm of the dead. All the nations that forget God. So who are the biggest enemies of America? The people that persecute me? Or the person who makes it clear that God is real and that persecuting me has real spiritual consequences? And if you really want to have one nation under God, you must stop persecuting me, and you must make amends. You must atone for the sin. What are your churches worth when you won't stop persecuting me? What are your prayers and your families and your marriages worth? Do you not go to church with your families quite often? Do you not get married with the religious staff of various churches, priests and preachers and what have you? What are your mosques and your synagogues worth? The Jews who consider themselves a light to the world, if they actually believe that, what kind of light are you? When you don't have the courage, the moral might to scramble and obey God through the Messiah, what are you worth? What is your light worth? Why do you follow Herod and Caiaphas and not Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Christ?